Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. Just finished the intro, the Undead Asylum, considered the tutorial level of the game. Now we're at Firelink Shrine, ready to go to the Undead Burg. First, let's talk to this guy.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Yeah, so he's not like a necessary NPC. I don't think any of the NPCs really are necessary besides the two serpents. Ramped and Comp, I think? I don't remember the second one's name, but those two you'll see later. I'll explain why they're important. So humanity, since we have some now, I'm gonna go ahead and throw those on there. And these guys are what you use to kindle bonfires and become human again. And when you're human, or when you're not hollow, which is what I am currently, you can summon NPCs for fights if you are following their quest line. The whole thing. So if you want to use it, go ahead and use it real quick. You need one to become human again, and then one to kindle the bonfire. This one's already kindled. Kindled bonfires give you 10 Esses instead of just 5, so sometimes it's a good idea, especially before a big boss fight or something. So, go ahead and reverse hollowing here, and even if you're offline, you can still get invaded by NPCs. Usually aren't too hard. Some of them are tankier, but they're not too bad. So human now, and being human, I'm pretty sure increases your drop rate from enemies. I'm not sure. There's a ring in the game that can also boost your stats for that. I'm not super worried about it, so I'm not going to be going for a whole lot of farming in this game. Everything we need should be pretty much in the game. Might need to do a little bit of farming down in the what's it called? I forget what it's called. Where you fight the four kings at. Another NPC over here. I usually just ignore him. So now, come on up here, and there's a cool little secret over here I didn't know about until I watched the playthrough of this game when I was first starting out. So I'm not going to kill you, don't worry. But drop down through here. Drop down through here, and there's a couple of chests with some really good starting items. I don't use some of these. Yeah, I don't use those. That's for, pretty sure that's for online PvP. Yeah, so that's how you invade other people's worlds. Useful if you're playing multiplayer and like that kind of thing, but I haven't really been into that. These two are good. Talisman's what you use for magic, but the Morning Star is a mace that does a little bit more damage. We're actually going to equip that for now. This guy, I think, has... Yep, Homer Bones. These guys are what you use to teleport back to your last rested bonfire from any point in the map, or at any point in the game. You can just use one of those and teleport back to your last rested bonfire. Those are handy if you just defeated a boss that doesn't have a bonfire near it. So you can just hit that and go back and not have to worry about running all the way back. And whatever you do, don't head down to the graveyard until you're ready, because these skeletons respawn. There's a certain enchantment for your weapons that makes them not respawn, so we're going to just not even worry about that for now. Come on over here and back to Firelink. Might have one case. Respawn, they get reset anyway, so... Alright, so now we can head on up to Undead Burg that we kind of got all the items we need. For now, anyway. What's my... I'm back to a mid-roll, so I think the mace is kind of heavy. No worries, there is a character over here, kind of a mini-boss, I guess, Havel. You can kill, and you get a ring from him that increases your equip load a lot. Like, it's broken. So if you're doing a strength build, I'd recommend it, because it's definitely helpful. This mace is pretty good for now. But I think we're going to use the Claymore for this build, because it's easy to find. Well, so is this Vihander and the Great Club. They're all pretty easy to find. You know where to look. The Claymore is it's a lot lighter than the other two weapons. And I think it's a lot cooler, and you can make some cool weapons with it. Don't fall off the edge, thank you. Oh. This guy wants to mess with me. Yep, nope. Down there, actually we can probably go grab that now, just to have it for later. Yeah, they are pretty good at hiding items around this world. Got to get this guy. What am I doing? There we go. So these are the soul items you can use to get more souls. So I'm not going to use it right now because I want to save them just in case I get killed. But these are nice for wanting to level up some more. So run across here and jump all the way back here. There should be Ring of Sacrifice. Useful sometimes. I don't really use them much. Yep, Ring of Sacrifice. And these things you can throw on. Lose nothing upon death, but ring breaks. So yeah. So if you've got a lot of souls and you're entering like a tough area, throw that guy on. You won't lose any of your souls, but you will lose the ring. So it is useful for some things. There are some items that are hard to get. I can think of one in the Duke's Archives that you have to like do a roll off of a moving platform. I'll show you it's way farther down in the game, but once we get there, I'll tell you what it's all about. Because I have yet to get that item. Actually, failed 7 or 8 times on my first playthrough, trying to get a 100% item, and I just couldn't do it. So rats drop humanity sometimes, which is super nice. Roll another soul item. This way is to the Undead Burg, first real level of the game. That's a shortcut we'll be coming back to later. Alright, here we go. I think I will end up just fighting Havel. It will take a while because he's a tank. His ring is very much worth the fight. Backstabbing, overpowered in this game. All you gotta do is get behind an enemy, hit the right button. You gotta kinda get a good angle at it, and then, yeah. So it one hits these guys, at least with the mace. I don't know what it's like everything else, but yeah, come down here. There's some items, nothing really necessary, but I like them. These guys are tougher than they look. If you get swarmed by them, they can take you out pretty easy, so be careful. You get greedy, you get slayed. That's how it happens. Here's some. Yep, might as well collect all as we can to boost our leveling up. And this is, yep, that's blocked off. Okay, no worries. And two-handing your weapon is handy if you trust your dodging skills enough, which at this point I can probably be fine. This is an ambush. They're actually their shield for these guys can swing at random. Go. The old door technique, or the old doorway technique. I like that. That will drain your health bar. Oh, uh-oh. So if you watch the stamina bar, I hold my shield up after I swing. It takes a lot longer to refill than if I were to just roll and leave my shield down. So, kind of a workaround. You gotta kind of get used to when to have your shield up or not. I prefer dodging myself just because it's easier and it takes less time. And it's more satisfying. You don't have to stand there and block 5 or 6 hits in a row. You can just dodge. Alright, humanity over here. I think that's all for the little late here. Alright. You guys gonna throw a bomb. Might as well, because you get invincibility frames, which means you're invincible while you do those backstabs, so you can't get hit by anything else. Which is very nice, and they changed that in Dark Souls 2 for some reason. So I'm pretty sure you get hit if you backstab in that game, which kind of stinks, but does add kind of a challenge. There is no boss up here yet, so don't worry. Just opening up a new area. There will be a dragon up here. He will not hurt you, so don't worry. Yeah, that big guy. He's an optional, I think, mini-boss. He's hard when you first start the game. That guy just LeBron James himself across the chasm. Well, I'm supposed to have a shield, but it worked anyway. That archer's kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, take him out real quick. Through here is a shield that I have never used, but I'm going to grab it anyway because it's here. Who knows? Archer up here, and your next bonfire is up here, but I wouldn't rest at it just yet. Just come and take out this guy. He's slow to fire. There we go. And this is not a no-death playthrough, although I wish it was. I'm not good enough for that yet. I've tried. Takes more time than you think. These guys are just really slow to attack, so I'm just gonna... They don't follow you down here. And there is a merchant guy down here. I'd recommend grabbing a bow from this guy.
Wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
He also has a key for sale. So here, get this residence key. You can get some good items with it. And how much is the bow? He said. Yep. Okay, it's 1,000. So we're gonna go ahead and pop.
Thank you kindly.
Pop all 5 of these guys anyway, since we're right next to a bonfire. So any leftovers we can put towards leveling. Yep. And then we're gonna snag a bunch of arrows. There isn't a weapon we can cheese out of the dragon that we just saw. Short bow. Yes, and probably gonna grab... I'd go with standard arrows. I'm gonna grab about 50. Just in case, because it is easy to miss. I'll grab 60. Can't hurt. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now we can go ahead and get to the bonfire. Run past these guys because those spears are menacing. Right through here is the next one. There's a shortcut through here. Get back to later. How much do I need? Oh, we have one big slot. Yes. Pop that guy. Nope, not even close. That's alright. Not really doing too bad anyway. This guy will keep shooting at you too. I will. Oh, nope. Oh. Yep. That's happened a couple times. It's alright. We'll get our souls back. I think you get your humanity back as well. Oh, even better. Yeah, so you do get your humanity back and souls. You don't get your actual human form back, but you do get any humanity you've popped and stored up in that top left counter. We're going to take this guy out first, because this guy is very slow. Perfect. Might be one. Yep. Might as well just take him out too. More souls for me. And actually, I think this should be enough to level up. Go check and see real quick. 1 level's better than none. Go ahead and try this out. Level up. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to put 1 more into endurance. Okay. Onward. Whoa. Obviously, the heavier swings do take more out of your endurance, so keep that in mind. And we're done with the guy. Okay. A little bit of a gank in this room. Thankfully, these guys are pretty slow to attack. That guy is a pain in the butt. Easy to get around, though. There we go. You can upgrade your Estus flasks also. We'll get more of that when we get the item that we need for that. Whoa. Guy hiding out back here. Has no idea you're even coming. Quick little painless death for that guy. And I'm pretty sure there's black fire bombs in here. Kinda useful. Yep, perfect. I need those later, actually. And come on up here for another gank. One of these guys has bombs, so be careful. I think it's that guy in the back. Perfect. These guys have some jumps. Up here. More soul items. Never hurts to grab them. These guys aren't taken out. Or I just jinx myself. And, yep. Perfect. You can jump over to that thing. There's nothing over there, though, so I'm not sure why that's part of the game. I don't know, maybe a shortcut for something. Oh. Who knows? Show. And the residence key opens this door right here. And some more doors down in the lower Undead Burg. We'll go to there after this place. And you can grab this chest, which has some really good items. Some gold pine resin. That adds a lightning effect to your weapon for a short... I think it's like a 40 seconds to a minute. I don't remember the exact length. For the upcoming boss, it is almost mandatory. It makes the fight go by a lot quicker. We got this guy. Prevent any pain in the butt later on. And then these guys are there's... That's not a spear guy. The spear guy is the worst down here. Guy's not cool. No. Oh, okay, sure. Now you can dodge. Backstab this guy. Yeah, backstabbing in this game is not hard, as I failed to do it, but a lot of the enemies are dumb enough to where you just run around them and they just don't know where you are. So down here is where I might get killed. This guy's tough, but there's a good ring, or it's a pretty okay ring, but this guy drops some good stuff, so I am gonna actually whip something to throw at him. Fire bomb, perfect. I can hit him? Yes. Run back up here. This is where you need your parrying skills, because this guy is brutal if you don't parry. As I fail, yep. There you go. And riposte by hitting RB on him like that. I get a heal off in time. Yes, I can. Perfect. Yeah, this sword's not too difficult to parry. The guy with the broadsword or the long sword is a lot harder. Halberds are also kind of tricky. Once you get them down, it's pretty easy though. There we go. Sometimes this guy drops his sword, which is very nice. Good for strength. Hopefully he will here so I can show it. Should be the last one. Yep. So, no, but he dropped his shield, so that's actually really good. Let's see if I can equip that yet. Nope, you need 16 strength and no dex. So if you see on the bottom right there where it has the strength, dex, and intelligence, I think faith markers. That's the number you need to equip it. Not necessarily all the time. Some two-handed swords you can have half of the, or not quite half. I think it's 3/4, half or 3/4 of what you need, and then you can two-hand it and it'll work. So we should be pretty close. I think we have, yeah, we need 3 more strength. We can use that. It's actually a really good sword. As you can see on the right-hand side where it says damage reduction %, it blocks 100% of physical attacks, and it's also really good for fire and lightning. Those are all out of percents. And it's not very good at magic, and the stability is, I think, related to your staggering. So, it's a pretty good shield. I'm probably going to end up using it here for a while, because the wooden shield is not very good for anything. It's okay. This is good for now. It's a good starter shield. This is probably the shield to use throughout the rest of the game. There are some other shields that I will equip every now and again, though, because one of them has a faster stamina regen, which is very nice. Watch out for that guy. I'm gonna come down and try and get you. Perfect. Now, what we're gonna do, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to because I'm doing a strength build. This residence key should open up this guy. Oh, nope, that's the master key. So come on down here to the Havel fight. And this guy is tough. This guy is going to take a lot of practice to either, if you want to parry him, it's going to be tough, or you can backstab him. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and unequip this, so I should be getting... Oh, no fast roll yet. I'll unequip this. I should. Yep. Either way, if you get hit by him, he one-hits you, even if you have full armor on or not. I'm pretty sure at this level, I'm I'm not strong enough to take this guy on yet. So I'm going to bait him up the stairs and then drop off. So, easiest way is just to dodge his attacks, get behind him, and backstab. And it will take a while. So just gotta be patient, don't get greedy. He does kind of have delayed attacks too, so watch out for that. And I don't have a good enough weapon to do a lot of damage. So this is just an endurance test, essentially. But fast rolling is definitely your best bet for this guy. Fortunately, you can't get his armor off this. His armor is later in the game, and his armor is very heavy. His name is Havel the Rock in game, it's obvious. Yeah, his armor is great for tanking, but it's almost, I think it's pretty much impossible to fast roll with his armor on. So, yeah, see, I missed the backstab there. I won't be using his armor. I don't think there is other armor that I'd rather use. Watch out for that attack. Again, this is a completely optional fight. You don't have to, but I almost always do because his ring is very good. Some backstabs here. Okay. It's gonna stand still, I guess. Works for me. You want to keep doing that? But the ring is almost essential for strength, and even Dex, I think. Because Dex, some good armor for Dex that I like. I should be doing a Dex build here soon. I tried it, and I got impatient. I don't know why I didn't just follow through with it. I've only ever done strength build. I tried a mage build at one point, too. It was fun. But you really gotta have the wiki open, too, to do the mage build. There's so much to know about that. All the spell locations, and like what staffs are best, and what army should be wearing. Yeah, there's a lot. But strength is, in my opinion, the easiest to understand and to play as, because obviously you deal a good amount of damage. Then you can take a lot more hits. And mage is kind of a glass cannon. I guess it depends on what you play, but... Come on, Havel. His shield is really good also. Obviously, the thing's bigger than he is. This should be it right here. Yep, cool. And he will always drop the ring, so don't worry about not getting it. So we're going to equip that right now, actually, make our lives a lot easier. I forgot to grab the ring we got after the night, so I'm going to go ahead and throw all my armor back up. I wonder if it will... Nope, not quite. We're going to leave the helmet and off for gauntlets tonight. And then we can fast roll again, so perfect. I am going to put my shield back on. Still fast roll? Perfect. That's what we want. Yeah, Havel's is an essential for a strength build. Alright, so... Now we're going to go back up and fight the boss. Or actually, no, we're going to grab the ring real quick, just to have it. It's not a ring I would wear. Probably just slap it on right now, because I got nothing else going on. Or the rings, after the ring of sacrifice, but with that. The ring is just past where the knight was standing. I think I pointed it out before I fought him. Back down here, I forget what the exact stat on the ring. Second. All the way down here. Is the blue tearstone ring? Yes, in this ring, boost defense while HP is low. So if pretty self-explanatory, if you get low HP, your defense boosts. So I'm pretty sure that's your hits, or how many hits you can take. I don't remember. It's been a little while since I've actually, but I'll throw it on just for now. It can't hurt. Kind of a saving grace of a ring. Not as much as the ring of sacrifice, but less. And there is a lizard up here. What is a lizard? Well, I'll show you here in a second. There are little, not even enemies. They're just kind of NPCs. I want to call them NPCs. There are creatures in this game called crystal lizards that drop really useful materials, and they're hiding in these barrels up here. So, there he is. So you want to... They do despawn it if you don't get them fast enough, so... Perfect. Kill them, and they drop Twinkling Titanite and large Titanite shards. And those large Titanite shards are going to come in very handy later on in the game. And let's see, there we go. For weapons not. So this is for magic-based weapons, I'm pretty sure, and these are for just your basic, regular, like swords and bases and stuff like that. I'll have to look up and see what Twinkle Knight does. And this is the boss fight, so be sure you equip if you want to, go ahead and equip that pine resin. And all you gotta do is hit X when you're ready to equip it, it'll go ahead and put that on. So before you walk any farther on the bridge, take a quick right here and go up this ladder and take out the archers that are up here because they will get in the way of the fight and stagger you during the fight. You don't want that to happen because this boss is kind of a tank at this level in the game. That's alright. Alright, then drop back down the ladder. Hold B to just slide down. Go ahead and just fill my health up all the way just in case. Never hurts. And he should be coming off of that ledge right about now. So go ahead and run all the way back here. There's a trick that he does. Kind of the same thing with the Asylum Demon that we fought last episode. Once you get to the top here, go ahead and throw on that pine resin. Do it quickly, because he will jump up here and attack you. And same thing, do a dropping attack. As you can see, he does a lot of damage. I think he's weak to lightning, which is why it's so good. And he should be, yep, just like that. Easy peasy. I will admit, though, the first time I did play him, I got whooped so many times. Perfect. And a lot of bosses do drop homeward bones along with humanity, too, so those are very useful. And got a good amount of souls, and there was an item up here that I'm going to grab. Archer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that boss is very weak to lightning. Makes sense. Yeah, that drop attack is devastating. Those two first bosses. Pretty sure. Oh, we got a crossbow to that. Wow, I've never gotten that drop before. Why am I not? There we go. Okay. And bosses do not respawn, obviously, the game would be a lot different. So, head on over here. A couple items over here, and we can meet the best NPC in the whole game. A lot of you probably know who it is already. Back in the boxes, there is a soul item, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Go to the right here, down here. We'll engage his dialogue. I will follow his quest line as far as I can. I don't remember how to exactly finish it, but we'll try.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Just keep accessing his dialogue.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Always hit yes.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Again?
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
I think that's the rest of his dialogue, but we'll hit it again just to be sure.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
one of the coolest quotes in the whole game, and if you are playing online, that item he gave you is pretty important. If I can find it. There it is. So, this thing allows you to put down your own summon sign, and people can summon you to help out with boss fights. You'll get summoned from your world to theirs, and you'll be like a ghost phantom kind of thing, or a summon spirit. And you can help them with the boss fight, and you can die, but you won't lose anything, I don't think. You just kind of get sent back to your own world. So you can throw that down, help people out, and now you can see his summon sign whenever we get to a boss that he can fight alongside us. So the next boss we fight will have him, and I usually do, just because it's fun. So that is how to get to Lower Undead Burg, which we'll be doing later. And this, always a bit tricky getting across, so I'd recommend turning across, staying to the right. You're probably going to get hit. Yep. Don't worry, just get back up and keep sprinting. And head to the right here, quickly. Get on down. And do it don't even run across the bridge, just come right down here to open the shortcut up. Come down these stairs, and this will look kind of familiar. And kick that. And there you go. You have access to the shortcut. Go ahead and rest up. We have a lot of leveling to do here. I think we're going to throw that to 15, throw that to 15, get that up to 16, do one more, do health. So now we can use that shield. Should be able to anyway. And we can still fast roll. So Havel's Ring obviously is very overpowered. So now soft cap for health and stamina is at 20, and I'm not quite sure what soft capping does. I will probably over that in the next video. It has something to do with the health and how much stamina you regen and all that. So now that you're rested, you can come back up here at any point, and so you don't have to redo the whole thing if you get killed with this dragon, because this guy is son of a gun. So trigger his attack and it'll wipe out all of the hollows on this bridge, and he'll fly back up to the perch every single time. Or no, he'll just breathe fire. I think he won't even. Yeah. There is a way to get past this, but what we're gonna do right now is equip your bow, switch to it, and come down here. His tail is right there, and if you hit a lot of enemies or a boss in this game, if you kill or chop their tail off, you get a weapon or an item. So what we're gonna do is cheese him, because he can't hit us from down here with the arrows. How about that? You will miss, so don't worry about that. And it is kind of weird to aim. You have to kind of hit it at an angle like that. Yeah, so he'll do a little like temper tantrum. Sometimes get him twice if he does the right tail swing. Yeah, see, looking for you. You just gotta hit that tail enough times with these arrows, and you'll get a cool weapon that's really broken for this part of the game. You don't have to, but it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, so you can sometimes hit it twice if you have. There we go. Okay. So down to 15 arrows, so I missed quite a few more than I'd like. That is a very good sword for early games. We're going to go ahead and equip that. I'm pretty sure I can. What's the stats on this guy? Yep, so you need 16 strength and 10 dex. We have plenty of that, so we're going to unequip the bow now just to keep the carry weight down. Should be able to... Nope, now we mid-roll. So, the shield and the Drake sword make you mid-roll a little bit. That's okay. So, I would never recommend fighting this guy head-on on this bridge, because there's just no room to do that. So, the only way to really get past him without... Because I can never get through the fire, is to keep your bow equipped. And shoot him, because he'll come down onto the bridge. As soon as you let the arrow go, start sprinting. And just run. Just run all the way back. That will hit you. Run over here, and you should be safe. Heal up just in case. And he'll end up flying away. I think if you... Oh, no, he didn't fly away. What he's doing up there. Yep, there he goes. So now he's flying away. You can go ahead and access anything on the bridge that you need. The Claymore, the weapon that we are going to be using, is right over here. So go ahead and pick that guy up. That's not it. It's right over here, actually. Perfect. There's your Claymore. I don't think he's coming back either, so we can go ahead and get kind of over here. Nope, we're good. Okay. You do get all the souls from these guys that he burns, so kind of a cool little feature if you need to grind for souls or anything. And here's our next bonfire. We can level up one more time. Go ahead and become human. Next bonfire isn't far away though, so I wouldn't worry about kindling this guy unless you need to. Oh, no, we're not quite there. We're gonna go ahead and do that right now, though. That should be a lot more souls. Yeah, no. I'm gonna use all of them. Might as well. Level up as much as we can in the early game. Let me double check the stats for the Claymore. Claymore, it is... Oh, we can already use it. So 16 strength and 10 dex. So you should be able to use this thing very early on in your playthrough. I'm going to use a Drake Sword for right now because it's a really good one-hand sword and it's very quick to attack. So it'll be really useful for the upcoming parts of the game. But shortly after we get some more levels, we can use the Claymore easily, and you'll see why it's so good. So I'm going to actually leave this episode off here. Next up, we will be tackling the Undead Parish and possibly Lower Undead Burg, depending on how far we make it. So I will see you guys in the next video.